Good morning, my sisters and brothers in Christ, especially the members of the St. Martin de Porres parish here in Belize City. My name is Father Dillon, and I've been a member of the Jesuit community at St. John's College since the beginning of October, and I've been blessed to share with you the Eucharist at St. Martin's over the past few months. So let's begin with our first reading for the day. This is a reading from the book of Genesis. When Abraham prostrated himself, God spoke to him. My covenant with you is this: you are to become the father of a host of nations. No longer shall you be called Abram, your name shall be Abraham, for I am making you the father of a host of nations. I will render you exceedingly fertile. I will make nations of you, kings shall stem from you. I will maintain my covenant with you and your descendants after you throughout the ages as an everlasting pact, to be your God and the God of your descendants after you. I will give to you and to your descendants after you the land in which you are now staying, the whole land of Canaan, as a permanent possession, and I will be their God. God also said to Abraham, on your part, you and your descendants after you must keep my covenant throughout the ages. The word of the Lord. At this troubling and anxiety-filled time, as our world faces the pandemic of epic proportions, our first reading that we just heard from the book of Genesis is hopefully a welcome and consoling reminder to us of God's abiding promises to his creation, beginning with Abraham. I will maintain my covenant with you and your descendants after you throughout the ages as an everlasting pact, to be your God and the God of your descendants after you. They're comforting words, and yet if you're like me, I'm still left this morning with a sense of helplessness. How can I truly respond to God's promises as I sit alone at a distance from others? How can I answer the call to be Christ's disciple in isolation? I was reading about a doctor the other day who runs a hospital for cancer patients. One of the striking things he said was this: the greatest exercise for the human heart is to reach down and raise up another person. And so how are we to exercise our hearts? How do we raise another person up? Of course, literally, if someone's fallen and their belongings have scattered on the floor, we can bend down, help them collect their things, and give them a hand to get back up. I know, I can hear you already saying, but Didi, we've been warned to practice social distancing. Stand 6 feet away, and for God's sakes, don't be touching anyone. But there are other ways we can raise another person up. It can be as simple as a kind word, a word of encouragement. If you're watching this right now, I bet you have email, and there's no law against calling someone on the telephone. So maybe there is today someone you know, someone who comes to mind right now. And with a simple act of reaching out, you could then offer that exercise of charity. With that simple moment, you're saying to them, see, you're not alone. In spite of all this painful news that is assaulting us, I haven't forgotten you. I'm thinking of you now, as I do so often. I want you to remember that I love you. You are my sister, you are my brother, and I am praying for you. To lift up another person is to show them love. And we do it because God has first and always loved us. To lift another person up is to show them mercy, and we do it because God has first and always shown us mercy. Through his ministry, Jesus lifted others up, echoing the covenant with God first made to our father Abraham. Jesus brought healing, forgiveness, and mercy to all. And so, my dear sisters and brothers, let us hold fast to God's promise of love and protection. Let us be consoled by God's promise to Abraham and his descendants. And let us lift one another up. wrapping around our others in prayer with our arms and in speaking words of encouragement and peace to all those we love. Have a great day, and may God bless you.